Welcome, Pisces. This is your weekly focus for the week of May the 27th. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your support. Let's dive right into the cards and find out what they will reveal for us for our week ahead. Okay, underlying energy is, look at that, we have the King of Cups. This is about standing strong in your independence. This is about knowing that you can weather any storm. This is about maybe setting boundaries so that you are more in line with what can happen in your reality, in your environment, in your world, in your relationships. There is a ship coming in. It's in calm water, so we know it's something good coming our way. And it's by managing our foundations. It's about understanding our values and where our actions do not align with our values and adjusting things so that they do. So an action plan, so to speak. Changing habits, perhaps changing behaviors. Our first card is the moon. The moon is our center. It's all about your emotion. It's all about what drives you. It's all about what fills you with enthusiasm. It's about recognizing those things. What motivates you? What fills you with love? What makes a connection in your life a unique connection or an authentic connection? Where do you find that kind of alignment? How do you know it? And this is a path, and the path is actually going towards these mountains. So mountains is great success within growing yourself, in stepping into your authenticity, in self-care, self-love, self-compassion. These are areas where you can gain great strength this week. And as we go forward on this pathway, the only pathway forward by the looks of things, we have a wolf, which is telling us to I would have to say, step into your wild side a bit. Embrace your authenticity. Feel the sense of liberation, the sense of feeling, the sense of freedom. We have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles says you're going to be probably very busy this week. You were trying to balance a whole bunch of things in your life, juggle a whole bunch of things in your life. It could be exciting stuff. It could be challenging stuff, but there are two ships coming in. So there's more than one probably major thing that's happening in your week that you're going to have to fit in, that you're going to have to put your focus on, your attention on. So yeah, I think these ships bring in exciting things for you, but I think also with exciting, it's challenging. It's challenging because we're doing a lot of juggling here. But something good is coming in, if not two things, different things coming in, or maybe they work together in unison. It's like, can it get better? And then it does. We have the Empress as our third card. The Empress is really our compassionate, beautiful self. We love ourselves, but we know that we can create. We know that we can allow our inner expression out. We know that we can give birth to something beautiful and wonderful. The Empress is one of our highest intuitives in the deck. She is also one of our highest diplomats in the deck. So know that when you are in thought this week, your mind and your heart are working in unison. So you're not making decisions because of too much emotion, or you're not making decisions because of too much logic, but you have a blending of the two, giving you the right decision the first time around. So go within and ask yourself some of those questions that you seek the answers to. She is usually depicted as very pregnant, out in nature, near water. Okay, there's usually always a waterfall. And if you notice, the Tower card there is the waterfalls. So it's about the new life and the new beginnings that happen through an awakening, so to speak. So we could have some kind of awakening, and I usually don't include that in that card. So that's a special message. And look at that, the full moon. We've just had a full moon. So expect some kind of awakening, some kind of new awareness that you've always had it, but you've never recognized it as part of your wisdom. Overriding this whole reading is the Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's about enthusiasm. It's about getting excited about what you want to do and then stepping into what you want to do. Maybe you want to learn something. Maybe you want to start brainstorming ideas with other people. Maybe you want to just stimulate your mind in some way. Maybe you want to put your energy towards a relationship. So get enthused about it. Invite in new and different things. Create the candlelit dinner or the walk down the ocean shore or something, okay? To bring in that kind of a refreshing, new, sensual, romantic kind of energy. Okay, but it's full of enthusiasm. There's a happiness, a joy to what you're creating here. And that enthusiasm could be from one of these ships coming in, absolutely. Underneath all of this is the Page of Pentacles. Well, I guess it's how big we dream. Okay, now it is a page, so we probably will dream things that, just really aren't doable once we really sit down and we get practical about it. But we are more practical than the other pages, so we already start out with a practical mind. Knowing this, that dream can actually expand to great heights. That dream of yours could actually grow into great prosperity, great abundance, great love, great relationships, great, now grow that image of what you want in your mind. Absolutely. You're not going to get a lot of information. Okay, we have a very thick layer of fog there, so we're not going to get, we'll probably get no information on how this can happen in our life, but we dream it, we desire it, we see the possibility, and we have the mountain in the back. Okay, so there is success past that fog. So we need the clarity to come in. Once again, we're going to sit with ourselves. We're going to have a conversation seemingly with ourselves. Or maybe this is where the learning experiences come in, because I got learning there at one point. This is where we decide to increase our knowledge, our wisdom on a certain subject, or hone a skill, a talent, an ability in order to take ourselves further than we ever imagined before. So when we get this dream, this desire, we get a picture in our head. That's when those ships start to sail in. That's when we start to get enthusiastic about where we are going and what we are creating. As we start the week, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So know that the energy is changing. It's a lighter energy. A new season is coming upon you. So it's a time to write some new chapters in your life, exactly as we've been talking here. Now we have the luck come in with the wheel card. We also have the seasons changing, a lighter energy coming in, and it's a time for new beginnings, new starts, new paths as we leave the old in our rearview mirror. As we go towards the end of the week, the Six of Cups, you realize that, whoever said you shouldn't, you couldn't, you mustn't, you can't, we're bloody lying to you. I don't know where that came from. Oh my gosh. Don't believe everything you hear. There's truth and there's illusion. There's reality and there's illusion. And so maybe you've been buying into an illusion that somebody created around you. So you would see the world a different way than it actually is. Actually inviting you to go in that direction. So maybe you want to be a great artist and people said, there's no money in that. Keep it as a hobby, absolutely. But there's a 9-to-5 job opening up and you should latch onto that. It's a good paying job, good pension, vacation time, you'll like it, health benefits. And so you did. And every so often you pull the easel out of the closet and you paint for a couple of weeks and it makes you feel so much wonderful. But then life takes over, and so eventually you put the easel back because you haven't painted in weeks and you're not going to get to it now. And on that wheel just keeps on turning instead of sitting down and really honoring your authentic self and doing those paintings and showing up consistently for the next year. And yes, I said the next year. And hone your skill, hone your ability. And then maybe it's not painting, whatever it might be for you. Okay? To really immerse yourself. I don't know why I said a year, but I said a year, so that pertains to definitely at least one of you out there. Your guides are always working through me. Your angels. The water is very calm behind us. We have birds in the sky, so it's taking our messages, our hopes, our dreams, our desires up to the heavens, up to the universe, so that they can start working on bringing it into our reality, our existence. So we start with a lighter energy, which allows us to really understand, how we recognize love and passion and enthusiasm and motivation and dreams and desires, and what motivates us, fuels us. At that point, we start to realize that some of our dreams are coming in, some of the starting points, perhaps some of the things to gain a solid footing. We become the empress. We become the person who is now thinking of what could I really create? What could I really invent? What could I really give birth to if I wanted to? Maybe I've been thinking about life wrong this whole time. Maybe somebody gave me an opinion of something that I love doing, and it made me shut the door on that. Maybe I need to open up that door and see what's behind it again. For work and career, we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is being, giving birth to a dream, a desire, and being the parent for that dream, okay? First of all, we would not let anybody attack our children verbally, physically. We would keep them safe. So we keep our dreams safe. We keep them so that nobody can poke holes in it, ridicule it, make fun of it, tear it down in some way. And we show up consistently every day to give that child the life, the experiences, the knowledge, the wisdom, the energy, the work, the time, in order to create the successful adult they will become one day. And so you need to do that with your dream, with your desire, and start showing up consistently each and every day in order to bring that into a reality in your life. Okay, so if we go this way, we get the, oh my gosh, what if I did this kind of energy to the Empress that's saying we could do this, we could create it, we could give birth to it, and we will grow it into the success that it needs to be one day. For love and relationships, we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups tells us that, this might be a brand new love. You might be moving, you might be changing towns, or maybe continents for that matter, countries for that matter. You might are just moving down the street. You're just moving. In a relationship, leaving some things that you love behind, okay? Many times in relationships, we uproot ourselves, or we uproot our partner from their family environment, their growing up environment, to join our environment. Maybe it was because of work. Maybe it's just more stable. Whatever the reasoning was, there is this separation. So not that the separation will happen this week, but we are thinking about some of the things that we need to leave behind in order to step into this relationship. Maybe we can't spend as much time with our friends anymore. Maybe, whatever it might be for you. But this is a card that says it's time to go forward in our relationships, in our current relationships, or step into new relationships. And where do I need to sacrifice in my life? Where do I need to surrender in my life? Where will I need to let go of? And where do I need to be strong? Will this be, the connection I've been looking for? Okay? Let's lay that down where it should be. And we get all these ideas, these wonderful visions of our tomorrow, and then we look inside, and it's like, what do I want? What do I want when it comes to a relationship? Maybe the dynamics of the current relationship actually asks you to be strong in your own independence. Stronger in your own independence. Maybe you need to infuse that relationship with just a little bit more enthusiasm, joy, celebration. Okay, we'll pull one more card here, and that'll go right over our Two of Pentacles. And look at that, on top of the Two of Pentacles, where we got some good stuff coming in here, and things are happening, and we're juggling things, and there's all kinds of new places to put our focus and attention. The King of Pentacles appears for you. The King of Pentacles is one that He's the richest king in the deck, absolutely. He is more of a traditional, tried and true kind of guy. He leans more on traditional ways of creating wealth, creating prosperity, creating abundance. But his crown, I'll hold it up there so you can see well, his crown is actually a living vine. So we need those innovative thoughts. We need to brainstorm in order to create the financial wealth, which would go this way, which would go this way, which it goes every way. Your wealth is in all areas of your life then, okay? Because we have the pentacles, well, a little bit underneath supporting everything, but really, this is a giant pentacle too, come to think of it, right? So, but we have it smack dab in the middle. So your prosperity, your abundance, your joy, your happiness is the center here. So it's about gaining that independence. It's about it could definitely be you start to strengthen your relationship with money between these two cards. That you start looking at, maybe you take a course for managing your finances or investing your finances or growing your wealth or something like that. And because of that, you gain some new habits, some new behaviors that grow you into the prosperity that you have been wanting. So you can start setting goals now. You can start circling dates. I'm going to have this much money in the bank by this time. I'm going to have this much money in mutual bonds at this time. I'm going to have this much in the stock market at this time. I got this much to take that cruise I've always wanted at this time, and start to really grow an awareness of. And so that could be the abundance. You have those high hopes, and those high hopes can be, but it probably stems from your relationship with money on why we are at the 2 here, but we are working towards great abundance, great prosperity. Brainstorm, innovative ideas, pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. Absolutely. Get creative, get innovative, allow your self-expression, your inner expression to shine, be authentic, and until we meet again, remember, I do love you.